YouTubers, this your boy Amari Points here, bringing you the latest movie review. Today I'm doing my newest movie review on the latest Netflix original film, Happy Gilmore 2. That's right, we are getting a sequel to Happy Gilmore. After 30 years, Happy comes out of retirement and he is starting to go back into golfing tournaments for his daughter so she can afford to go off to dancing school. And when he decides to enter this one golfing tournament, it's really on because Happy has some competition and he has to win for his daughter. Don't get me wrong, this movie was okay, but it wasn't okay. I mean, yeah, we get to see a lot of celebrity cameos in here, but we don't exactly feel the nostalgia in this movie like I did with the first Happy Gilmore. This one, it just didn't have the nostalgia that I felt from the first movie. It was kind of really bad. Let's start off with the positives and the negatives. First off are the positives. Seeing a bunch of the famous cameos in this movie, like Bad Bunny, Haley Joel Osment, a bunch of people I can't name. That was so amazing to see these amazing celebrity cameos. And I saw a couple of faces that I recognized, and I was surprised that there were so many cameos that it's tough to name all of the cameos that were in this movie. And let me just tell you this. It was just mind-blowing. It was mind-blowing. When you see this movie, you are going to recognize a couple of faces. And yeah, you are going to be really excited who pops in this movie. Another positive is seeing Adam Sandler and his real family be in this movie. It seems like he wanted to make this a whole family thing. And yeah, his daughters and his wife are in this movie. As most of you seen in the trailer, you see his wife at the beginning of the trailer, and his daughters are in this movie. His daughter that's going to dance school is his actual daughter, of course, as you guys saw in the trailer too. It was great. And I can't tell you where his other daughter is, but you will be surprised where she is. And yes, I honestly have to say it was nice to see Adam include his family in this sequel because I guess he wanted to make this a family thing so his family can enjoy being in it. Another positive is, well, some of the jokes I was laughing at. Some of the jokes in this movie were hands-on funny, but some I really didn't get. But there were a few hysterical moments in this movie that I did enjoy a lot, that I will for sure remember. I have to say, Adam Sandler does not miss with the jokes. And another positive is the cast. We get to see a bunch of people from the first movie and some new cast members in this sequel. Like, we get to see MJF, AEW wrestler, in this movie. In this movie, playing his son, because I was kind of surprised. I was kind of surprised to see MJF playing Adam Sandler's son. I didn't think he was going to be in this movie, but he still delivered. He delivered for sure. But the rest of the cast themselves, we get to see a bunch of Adam Sandler's friends in this movie. And I had a good time. Seeing them too, and a bunch of other familiar faces as well. I can say this, guys. When you see the rest of the cast, you are going to be very surprised with what you see in this movie, especially who you see as well. And another positive, I have is the story. seeing Adam Sandler doing what he's doing for his daughter, that's a good thing. And I have to say, Adam Sandler's character, Happy, he's a good father. He just wants the best for his daughter and wants her to follow her dream. That's it for the positives, guys. On to the negatives. Uh, One of the negatives I have is, again, the jokes, as I said before. Some of these jokes are funny, but some of them are. I didn't really laugh at most of these jokes in this movie because they weren't at all funny. Some of the jokes really were kind of bad. Don't get me wrong, I love Adam Sandler, but he needed to work on the jokes a little bit more. He needed to work on the jokes a little bit more because they really didn't feel right with me. Another negative is that I didn't feel the nostalgia, as I said before, in this movie because it just wasn't there. The nostalgia was not there. I really wish they put more nostalgia in the movie like they did with the first movie, because if they did that, it would have been a better movie for everybody. Another negative is that, well, that I honestly see this movie, I see this movie, well, not doing really good. One of the negatives I had is, well, some of the some of the scenes in this movie were not that good. I think that some of the scenes could have been better if they just added a little bit more comedy. Don't get me wrong, Happy Madison has made some kind of bad movies like Ridiculous Six and The Raw Missy, a bunch of movies I can't name right now. I really didn't. I really wish that Happy Gilmore was kind of one of those rewatchable movies that I would want to watch over and over again. But this movie was not one of them. I'm sorry to say that, but it wasn't. It really was kind of bad. And this, again, the scenes in this movie, they really weren't that good. Some of them were good. Don't get me wrong, but some they were not that good. I really do wish that the scenes in this movie were spot on perfect, but they weren't. I'm sorry to say that. Another negative I have is that they were just focusing somewhat on the cameos in this movie, which I get. In the same time, I don't get, because if you focused only on the cameos in the movie, it really was like not focusing more on Happy Gilmore. But it was kind of like taking a distraction from Happy Gilmore and what he was doing. If they focused less on the cameos, don't get me wrong, I love the cameos, but if they focused less on the cameos and focused more on Happy Gilmore and what he was trying to do, that would have been really, really good. I I am I'm saying that with an honest heart. That would have been better. Just focusing less on the cameos, focusing more on Happy Gilmore and what he's trying to do for his daughter. That is definitely something I think they should have focused on. That's it for the positives and negatives, guys. On to my rant. Happy Gilmore 2 is somewhat funny, but at the same time, it's not funny. Again, as I said, I only laughed at a couple of the jokes in this movie, and some of them just weren't that like ha ha funny. They were they were kind of bland. But again, the nostalgia in this movie was sort of real low. If they honestly brought more nostalgia in this movie, yeah, that would have been better. And Happy's wife from the first movie, she wasn't in there. And when you watch the movie, you'll know why she's not in there. I can't spoil it for you guys because when you watch the movie, you'll know why she's not in there. But again, it was still kind of bland. I really wish that this movie felt more nostalgic. It really didn't. And it was kind of like one of those movies that I probably won't watch any time soon because it was boring and bland. And I really wished that they honestly stepped up their game with Happy Gilmore 2. Adam Sandler, no disrespect, you are one of my idols, dude. I really do respect you, but this movie was not, well, your best. I really do hope that maybe Adam Sandler can learn from this movie. He is a good, talented guy, but this wasn't exactly his best movie either. I just wish, as I said, I really just wish that they made this movie more funny, more driven, everything, because that would have made this movie super better. I love, don't get me wrong, I love seeing Ben Stiller come back as Hal too. He was funny in this movie. Him coming back as Hal was hilarious. But yeah, as for the rest of this movie, it wasn't that good. Ben Stiller didn't have that much to do in this movie either. And again, a couple, there were a couple of familiar faces that I saw in this movie that everybody will enjoy a lot. No lie, they will enjoy a lot. And and as I said, I think the nostalgia could have been a little bit higher in this movie. It was low. That's something they really need to focus on. If you have Netflix and want to watch a funny movie, I think you should just skip this one. But if you want some funny laugh, haha, some to watch that you're bored with, then you can watch this movie. This is again not the best Netflix movie that I watched. I can say this one out on his face. It was something that I might not watch for a very long time. I'm sorry, Adam Sandler. I really do hope that people who got Netflix don't watch this movie. That's it for my rant, guys. On to the rating. I give Happy Gilmore 2 a solid C because the jokes were funny, but at the same time, some of the jokes didn't land with me. The cameos were alright, but they were kind of like uh, distracting everybody from the real movie, in my opinion. And I just really, again, the story was okay, but at the same time, it wasn't. I think the story needed to be really driven as well. And the cast themselves were good too. I'm not gonna lie about that. They were phenomenal. They really were. No lie, they were. But as I said, this movie is not rewatchable. I think you might as well just skip this. But if you're looking for like a comedy movie that you want to like just have a good time with and have a good laugh, then you can watch this movie if that's what you want. But all in all, this movie was just not rewatchable. This wasn't the best Netflix movie that I might not rewatch, as I said before. I'm not gonna rewatch this. Probably not for a while. It's bland, it's boring, and I think honestly that maybe they should that this should have just went straight to Blu-ray or something, in my opinion. I know other people probably will think the same thing too. And that's it for my movie review, guys. Don't forget to like, comment down below on what you guys thought of Happy Gilmore 2. Subscribe and share with everyone you know. And press the little notification bell at the bottom of my video to get notified when my next movie review is going to be. I will see you guys soon. Take care and God bless. Peace.